Good evening, everybody. It's Tony Parker. I want to welcome you to the EFT workshop for treating anxiety, depression, PTSD, insomnia, and other serious emotional challenges. Hope you're all having a pleasant evening. And I guess what we'll do is, as people trickle in, we'll carry on doing the gratitude tap. It was one of our first warm-up exercises. Okay, so and the way we do the gratitude tap is each one of us is invited to check in and share something we're grateful for, and then we tap on it together as a group. So who would like to check in and share some aspect of their lives, or person, or some aspect or something about their lives that they're grateful for that we can tap on together?
Hi, Tony. It's Francesca.
Hi, Francesca. Go ahead, please.
I guess I'm grateful for people that love me despite my flaws.
Okay, very good. Top of the head, thank you.
Thank you.
Eyebrow, thank you.
Thank you.
Side of the eye, thank you.
Thank you.
Under the eye, thank you.
Thank you.
Under the nose, thank you.
Thank you.
Under the mouth, thank you.
Thank you.
Collarbone, thank you.
Thank you.
Under the arm, thank you.
Thank you.
Karate chop, thank you.
Thank you.
Excellent, very good. Let's all take a deep breath and now release. Okay. Guys, anybody who's just come in, we're doing the gratitude tap. And the way that works is each one of us is invited to check in and share something we're grateful for, and then we tap on it together as a group. So, who'd like to check in and share something they're grateful for that we can tap on together? Go ahead, please.
Hey, Tony.
Hi, Kim. Welcome aboard. Nice to hear your voice.
Thanks. I'm grateful because it's my mom's birthday, so I'm grateful, definitely grateful for my mother.
Excellent. Very good. Okay, and let's start tapping on top of the head. Thank you.
Thank you.
Eyebrow, thank you.
Thank you.
Side of the eye, thank you.
Thank you.
Under the eye, thank you.
Thank you.
Under the nose, thank you.
Thank you.
Under the mouth, thank you.
Thank you.
Collarbone, thank you.
Thank you.
Under the arm, thank you.
Thank you.
Karate chop, thank you.
Thank you.
Excellent. Very good. Let's all take a deep breath and now release. Okay, would anybody else like to check in and say hi and share something they're grateful for that we can tap on together?
Hi, it's Mimi.
Hi, Mimi. Welcome aboard.
I'm grateful for my family.
Excellent. Very good. Top of the head, thank you.
Thank you.
Eyebrow, thank you.
Thank you.
Side of the eye, thank you.
Thank you.
Under the eye, thank you.
Thank you.
Under the nose, thank you.
Thank you.
Under the mouth, thank you.
Thank you.
Collarbone, thank you.
Thank you.
Under the arm, thank you.
Thank you.
Karate chop, thank you.
Thank you.
Excellent. Very good. Let's all take a deep breath and now release. Okay. For anybody else who's just come in, we're doing the gratitude tap. So each person is invited to check in and share something they're grateful for that we can all tap on together. So anybody else like to check in and share something they're grateful for? All righty. Well, I'm grateful that I got to hang out with my healing buddies today at Healthcare as a Human Right. We did a volunteer free holistic health clinic in Kingston today. So it was really cool, and it was just nice. So top of the head, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Eyebrow, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Side of the eye, thank you.
Thank you.
Under the eye, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Under the nose, thank you.
Thank you.
Under the mouth, thank you.
Thank you.
Collarbone, thank you.
Thank you.
Under the arm, thank you. Karate chop, thank you.
Thank you.
Excellent, very good. Let's all take a deep breath and now release. Would anybody else like to check in and share something they're grateful for that we can tap on together? Alrighty, so that's the gratitude tap. And is there anybody on tonight who's either new to the group or new to EFT, Emotional Freedom Techniques, who'd like to check in and just say hello? Is there anybody on tonight who is new to EFT and needs a quick EFT 101 introduction? Alrighty, so let's move on with some more of our warm-up taps. We always do 10 or 15 minutes of EFT warm-up tapping to kind of get all our healing juices going. So now the next tap will be the Protective Shield of Golden Light, which is a great protective exercise, which is very good and yields great results. And again, all we need to do is just start tapping, repeat after me, and start tapping on the top of the head. Simon says, okay. Energy system.
Energy system.
Eyebrow, I'm instructing you.
I'm instructing you.
Side of the eye, to generate a protective shield of golden light.
To generate a protective shield of golden light.
Under the eye, all around my body.
All around my body.
Under the nose, protecting me from all negative energies.
Protecting me from all negative energies.
Under the mouth, all negative influences.
All negative influences.
Collarbone, all negative intentions.
All negative intentions.
Under the arm, all negative entities.
Negative entities.
Karate chop, sending them all to the sun to be transmuted to love.
Sending them all to the sun to be transmuted to love.
Okay, very good. Top of the head, only allowing in.
Only
This
allowing.
conference is being recorded.
Loving.
Loving.
Healing.
Healing.
Positive.
Positive.
Under the eye, energies and intentions.
Energies and intentions.
And if I have any negative energies or intentions of my own.
And if I have any negative energies or intentions of my own.
Collarbone, I send them all to the sun.
Send them all to the sun.
To be transmuted to love.
To be transmuted to love.
Excellent. Let's all take a deep breath. And now release. Okay, and now what we're going to do is, that was the Protective Shield of Golden Light, and now we're going to do Ho'oponopono. Okay, Ho'oponopono is a very powerful exercise, a great tap to practice, okay? And now let's start at the top of the head. Of course, we're going to do it in English, not Hawaiian. So top of the head, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Eyebrow, please forgive me.
Please forgive me.
Side of the eye, I forgive you.
I forgive.
Under the eye, I forgive myself.
I forgive myself.
Under the nose, thank you.
Thank you.
Under the mouth, I love you.
I love you.
Very good. Collarbone, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Under the arm, please forgive me.
Please forgive me.
Karate chop, I forgive you.
I forgive you.
Top of the head, I forgive myself.
I forgive myself.
Eyebrow, thank you.
Thank you.
Side of the eye, I love you.
I love you.
Under the eye, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Under the nose, please forgive me.
Please forgive me.
Under the mouth, I forgive you.
I forgive you.
Collarbone, I forgive myself.
I forgive myself.
Under the arm, thank you.
Thank you.
Karate chop, I love you.
I love you.
Excellent. Very good. Let's all take a deep breath. And now release. Okay, very good. And now our next tap will be the Reiki tap. And it's one of our most powerful healing taps where we combine both Reiki and EFT. And it's a really, powerful tap and a great warm-up for any kind of healing exercise. All right, so let's first tap will be the first mantra. Reiki mantra will be Chokure, which means place the healing energy here. Okay, and let's just start tapping the top of the head. Chokure, chokure, chokure.
Chokure, chokure.
Eyebrow, chokure, chokure, chokure.
Chokure, chokure, chokure.
Side of the eye, chokure, chokure, chokure.
Chokure,
Chokure.
Okay, under the eye, chokure, chokure, chokure.
chokure, chokure, chokure.
Under the nose, chokure, chokure, chokure.
Chokure, chokure, chokure.
Under the mouth, chokure, chokure, chokure.
Chokure, chokure, chokure.
Collarbone, chokure, chokure, chokure.
Chokure, chokure, chokure.
Under the arm, chokure, chokure, chokure.
Chokure, chokure, chokure.
Karate chop, chokure, chokure, chokure.
Chokure, chokure, chokure.
Very good. Let's all take a deep breath. And now release. Very good. Excellent. Now let's start the next Reiki mantra, which is Seiki, which means healing the mind, the body, and the spirit. Top of the head. Seiki, Seiki, Seiki.
Seiki, Seiki, Seiki.
Eyebrow, Seiki, Seiki, Seiki.
Seiki, Seiki, Seiki.
Side of the eye, Seiki, Seiki, Seiki.
Seiki, Seiki, Seiki.
Under the eye, Seiki, Seiki, Seiki.
Seiki, Seiki, Seiki.
Under the nose, Seiki, Seiki, Seiki.
Seiki, Seiki, Seiki.
Under the mouth, Seiki, Seiki, Seiki.
Seiki, Seiki, Seiki.
Collarbone, Seiki, Seiki, Seiki.
Seiki, Seiki, Seiki.
Under the arm, Seiki, Seiki, Seiki.
Seiki, Seiki, Seiki.
Karate chop, Seiki, Seiki, Seiki.
Seiki, Seiki, Seiki.
Okay, very good. Let's all take a deep breath. And now release. Okay, very good. And now we're going to do the next Reiki mantra, which is Hon Saze Sonen, which means healing the past, the present, and the future. So top of the head, Hon Saze Sonen, Hon Saze Shonen, Hon Saze Shonen. Go ahead, please.
Saze shonen, hon saze shonen, hon saze shonen.
Very good. Eyebrow, Hon Saze Shonen, Hon Saze Shonen, Hon Saze Shonen.
Hon saze shonen, hon saze shonen, hon saze shonen.
Very good. Side of the eye, Hon Saze Shonen, Hon Saze Shonen, Hon Saze Shonen.
Hon saze shonen, hon saze shonen.
Excellent. Very good. Under the eye, Hon Saze Shonen, Hon Saze Shonen, Hon Saze Shonen.
Hon saze shonen, hon saze shonen, hon saze shonen.
Okay, under the nose, Hon Saze Shonen, Hon Saze Shonen, Hon Saze Shonen.
Hon saze shonen, hon saze shonen, hon saze shonen.
Under the mouth, Hon Saze Shonen, Hon Saze Shonen, Hon Saze Shonen.
Hon saze shonen, hon saze shonen, hon saze shonen.
Okay, collarbone. Collarbone, Hon Saze Shonen, Hon Saze Shonen, Hon Saze Shonen.
Hon saze shonen, hon saze shonen, hon saze shonen.
Very good. Under the arm, Hon Saze Shonen, Hon Saze Shonen, Hon Saze Shonen.
Hon saze shonen, hon saze shonen, hon saze shonen.
Very good. Karate chop, Hon Saze Shonen, Hon Saze Shonen, Hon Saze Shonen.
Hon saze shonen, hon saze shonen, hon saze shonen.
Okay, very good. Excellent. Let's all take a deep breath. And now release. Okay, and now let's do the last mantra, Reiki mantra, which is Daikomyo, which means tuning in to the healing Reiki energy and allowing it to flow through us in order to heal ourselves and others. And again, starting at the top of the head, Daikomyo, Daikomyo, Daikomyo.
Daikomyo, daikomyo, daikomyo.
Eyebrow, Daikomyo, Daikomyo, Daikomyo.
Daikomyo, daikomyo, daikomyo.
Side of the eye, Daikomyo, Daikomyo, Daikomyo.
Daikomyo, daikomyo, daikomyo.
Under the eye, Daikomyo, Daikomyo, Daikomyo.
Daikomyo, daikomyo, daikomyo.
Under the nose, Daikomyo, Daikomyo, Daikomyo.
Daikomyo, daikomyo, daikomyo.
Under the mouth, Daikomyo, Daikomyo, Daikomyo.
Daikomyo, daikomyo, daikomyo.
Collarbone, Daikomyo, Daikomyo, Daikomyo.
Daikomyo, daikomyo, daikomyo.
Under the arm, Daikomyo, Daikomyo, Daikomyo.
Daikomyo, daikomyo, daikomyo.
Karate chop, Daikomyo, Daikomyo, Daikomyo.
Daikomyo, daikomyo, daikomyo.
Excellent. Very good. Let's all take a deep breath. And now release. Okay, I think we've completed our warm-up cycle of maintenance taps or warm-up taps. And again, these are just good general taps to do on a regular basis, and though they're not specifically targeted at dealing with, anxiety, depression, PTSD, or other serious emotional challenges, if you do these taps on a regular basis, you're going to feel better in a general way anyway, okay? So they're great. Like I said, I do these taps on a daily basis every morning and every night, just for my own personal practice. This is before I get into the heavy duty, tapping work of specifically addressing, serious emotional challenges. Now, before we get into the check-in, I just want to remind us that tonight's topic is, of course, using EFT to treat anxiety, depression, PTSD, insomnia, and other serious emotional challenges, okay? My own introduction to EFT was, of course, combat PTSD. I came back from a dirty little war in a dirty little country, and as luck would have it, I bumped into the only master EFT practitioner at the time in my area. Everybody else was, of course, in California. And as a result of tapping on a daily basis, okay, and seeing a practitioner once a week, I was completely healed, cured, symptom-free of war-related PTSD within 8 months. And that got my attention. That's a significant, shall we say, healing, all right? I do want to preface that it's very easy to jump to a conclusion when you see the YouTubes that, 90 seconds of EFT will cure PTSD or, deep, deep emotional wounds and traumas and scars. And the truth of the matter is that it's more like several weeks, if not months of work have been going on off camera, and you're probably witnessing the last, the breakthrough moment after months and months of daily tapping. So just again, EFT is incredibly powerful, works faster than anything else that's out there, but it's not going to happen in 90 seconds. Okay. So just a little warning when you see all these YouTubes of people going, I'm cured, I'm cured, I'm cured. Not going to happen, okay? Extremely unlikely. Okay, so having said all that, it's now check-in time, okay? And you guys are all invited to check in, share what issues, challenges, victories, successes, etc. And somebody's got a TV or a radio or a music going on.
Yeah, that's me. Okay.
Well, then, may I suggest you turn it off?
Okay. Hold on.
Okay, thank you. And again, it's time for you guys to check in, want to hear how you're doing, and also specifically what you'd like to tap on today. Again, tonight's topic is using EFT to treat anxiety, depression, PTSD, insomnia, and other serious emotional challenges. So go ahead, please.
This is Linda.
Hi, Linda. Welcome aboard. Nice to hear your voice.
Good to be here. I still have problems with insomnia.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll be doing some tapping on that tonight. Sure. Absolutely. Okay. Have you tried doing the EFT when you get into bed?
I usually do it earlier in the evening, not actually when I get into bed, but...
Okay. Well, what I suggest people do, either take advantage of our group, all right, get into bed, get your milk and cookies and everything ready, get all snuggly and nice and warm and cozy in bed, and then just tap yourself to sleep, okay?
Okay.
That's how that would be the best way to use EFT, okay, especially for insomnia. definitely, or if you're not, if you're not on the phone with us, then just do it on your own. Just get into bed, get settled in, and then tap on just tap on yourself. Just going, even though, as you've heard us do it before, using the basic recipe, okay? Give it a shot. Anyway, we're going to tap on it again tonight, so don't worry. Okay. Thank you for sharing. Anybody else want to check in? Please go ahead.
Hi, Francesca. Oh.
Okay, there was somebody before Francesca. Go ahead.
Oh, it's Kim.
Hi, Kim. Go ahead.
Thanks. I guess for me tonight, it's depression. I had these great plans lined up for the weekend, for tomorrow and Saturday, and they both got canceled last minute. And it was kind of I was really happy because, I was just enjoying and looking forward to it. And I don't know, now I kind of feel bummed out and, thinking okay, well, I guess I'll just continue doing some work over the weekend. And I don't know, I kind of just feel down right now. So
okay, well, I'm sorry to hear that. I just want to make a couple of little suggestions. A friend of mine once said, it's always a great idea to have a plan B.
Yeah.
Whenever you have anything lined up, all kinds of things will cause events to be postponed or canceled, and not necessarily anybody's fault. It can be anything from the weather to all kinds of unforeseen reasons. Everything from road hazards, weather, people not showing up, people having other commitments or emergencies, So it's not a bad idea to have a plan B or a C. In other words, maybe not the first thing you wanted to do this weekend, but maybe the second thing you wanted to do this weekend, kind of so that, you're, even though you may be disappointed, you're not just left alone, sulking alone at home. You know what I mean? You can go out and do something else, that may be just as rewarding and maybe even more rewarding. You never know, But yeah, I'm sorry that, you're disappointed. But again, you have choices and you can pick up the phone and call other people. And also, you don't necessarily have to have other people to have a good time. We can have a great time. There's a difference between isolation and and solitude. And solitude's not a bad thing, Isolation may be a problem, but solitude is really a decision to have a kind of quiet, peaceful time, with oneself, perhaps for meditation or contemplation or reflection, or perhaps, as you said, study. It's not a bad thing, But again, like I said, having a plan B is not an unwise idea, Okay, but thanks for sharing, and maybe we'll do some tapping about disappointment or depression or what have you. Okay? All righty. Thank you very much. Okay, and now whoever came in just after Francesca. There you go. Go ahead, please, Francesca.
I'm just kind of disappointed in my family with behavior that I don't like myself. I hate it, but it happens once in a while. No matter what I do to try to never do it again, it happens. And I'm eating crow tonight because people that love me are getting on my case about why can't you stop this behavior.
Okay.
And I told them tonight maybe it's a mental illness. I don't know.
All right. Well, I mean, do you mind my asking, are you willing to discuss it in a little greater detail here, or would you like to discuss it privately?
Oh, it's just raging at my mother, who will not do a thing that's that I feel necessary, and she will not.
Okay.
Because she cares more about my brother's, his side of the story. So once in a while, it frustrates me. She's 81. I can't be raging at her anymore.
Well, I mean, I don't think it's a good idea to be raging at anybody at any age, you know.
Of course. Hmm.
Uh, and you know, uh, now may I
When
ask
I
you? Go ahead, I'm
when
listening.
I when I do it, it just even catches me by surprise. We could be having a normal conversation and something will trigger me, and I'll just start harping on this, and she'll walk away, and that's when I start screaming. That's the
All right.
scenario.
Well, she's obviously taking care of herself by taking her
Yeah.
out of the situation, so that's a good thing. Now, can I make a few suggestions? Okay, uh, and these are all, you know, suggestions. You don't have to do them, okay? But it probably might help you, okay? First thing, invest in a $4.97, maybe $5 with inflation, kids plastic baseball bat.
Oh.
And get yourself a kid's plastic baseball bat. They're about 24 inches long. You can get them
Right.
at Walmart's or Target or whatever, and they usually have a kind of a, I don't know what they call, wiffle ball, or it's a little plastic ball with holes in it, okay?
Right.
And the bat is available usually in like day glow red or pink or blue or green, okay? And it's a kid's bat. It's like a, you know, it's plastic, it's hollow, but it's quite strong. Okay, so it's pretty hard to break. It's polyethylene, so it's pretty unbreakable. On the other hand, you're not going to destroy anything or hurt yourself or anybody else. And then get yourself a big fluffy duffy pillow, okay, that you can't, you know, you don't really care about that much, and start and then find a room that's fairly soundproof or out of the way, like a basement or an attic, or wait for it, a car. Cars are actually extremely soundproof. And you want to then just scream and beat the hell out of the pillow.
Okay.
Now, you'd be surprised how
Do that tomorrow.
can help you, because what it's giving you is a safe outlet for the anger, but you're
Yeah.
not hurting anybody, okay? And you're not hurting yourself. Now, there may be root causes for this anger.
There are abandonment issues and stuff.
Well, I mean, I'm talking, you know, far more fundamental and basic, okay? There may be deeper, older angers that have never really been resolved. And what happens is something happens that's similar to the root cause, okay? All right? And then it's similar, but then you get triggered, and you're not necessarily reacting to the here now situation. Do you understand?
Yes.
You're reacting to the old, deeper, older, more vulnerable, more, you know, sort of wound or hurt or trauma or whatever. And so it's not necessary, you know, in other words, say the situation requires a level 2 response on your part, okay? But you're reacting with a level 9 or a 10. Do you understand?
Absolutely.
The reason you're probably reacting with a level 9 or 10 is because perhaps there is some unfinished business of something that happened, or a series of things that happened that for some reason, you know, and again, it's not your fault, have not been resolved. Okay, now the classic EFT recovery process is something called the Monster Hall of Fame, or the personal peace procedure, which is you make a list, okay, of all the events in your life, okay, where you still, when you think about them today, still give you a 5 or above kind of negative response. And what I mean by a negative response is that when it, you know, when you sort of think of that moment, whatever it is, okay, you know, your emotional feeling is a 5 or above on a scale of 0 to 10. And that negative feeling can be anything like fear, shame, guilt, anxiety, depression, anger, resentment, judgment, etc. The usual suspects, okay? You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I got something in mind already.
All right, but you got to make a list. You've got to be systematic, and you got to be disciplined about this, okay? And basically, you make a list, and then and again, you don't have to make the list all at once, but just start by making a list of these events that happened to you earlier on, and then of course you start doing the EFT movie technique on it. Tap it down to a 0. Okay, this sounds boring, tedious, and a royal pain in the ass, and yes, it is. But it's the only way I know, and the only way I've seen other people recover from deep emotional challenges. All
Okay.
right? Now,
I just don't know the words to use when I'm tapping.
Doesn't matter. You don't need the. All you have to do, again, all right, is there are a lot of YouTubes that I have and recordings of using the movie technique.
Oh, okay.
And all you have to do is follow along, okay? Also, what you can do is, there's this really excellent EFT practitioner, Tony somebody, I can't remember exactly, and you book a private session. I try to coach you all to do this work yourself, but it's not a bad idea to engage an experienced EFT practitioner to give you some guidance and coaching, maybe not every week, maybe once a month, maybe once every couple, whatever, okay? Mm-hmm. But this will give you some structure and support in order to work through this. Everybody I know who has thoroughly done this work gets better. Okay, and again, raging is a very, very common response to something that happened in your childhood. Okay. It's
okay, but
it's
absolutely unacceptable.
There's obviously something there in your past that for some reason hasn't been resolved. Now, again, you can use EFT in two ways. One is what I call level 1, which is kind of like a Band-Aid or an aspirin, okay? In other words, you go, even though I'm really angry, I'm really, try and stop the, just if you feel yourself getting into a rage state, okay, get up and walk out of the room. All right, and then get into your own space where you're safe, and start tapping. Even though I feel all this anger, and my number is yada yada yada. I deeply, I'm so angry, I'm so pissed off. It's and just tap on it, and tap it down to a 0, because at least then, okay, you don't hurt yourself or people around you.
Thank you, Tony.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And thank you for sharing. It's a very important topic, and that's an emotional challenge, and EFT is a very powerful tool that can help you with it, and maybe we'll tap on it later on. Okay? Excellent. Anybody else want to check in before we start tapping? Anybody else want to check in, say hi, and share synchronicities, challenges, or requests on what you'd like to tap on tonight? Okay. Well, another aspect of this, okay, that not to beat Francesca's topic to death, like the other aspect of it is that anger, unless it's processed, if it just remains stuck inside you, often gets turned inward and results in depression. I'm sure you may have heard the expression that depression very often is anger turned inward. And that's a very, very common. That's also why it's important to process anger. Now, anger is an important emotion. It tells us that there's something that needs our attention. Okay, it tells us that maybe there's some kind of action we need to take, or some topic or situation we need to look at. On the other hand, once it's served its purpose, we need to let go and release the anger. Okay, we need to find some way of processing it and not getting stuck in the anger. Okay? All righty. So let's do some tapping, and let's see if we can combine a couple of topics. And again, the wonderful thing about tapping, EFT tapping in a group, even though we're thousands of miles apart, is this issue, this kind of quantum effect of sharing or borrowing healing benefits or sharing healing energy. And even though we might not be exactly tapping on our own issue, and we're tapping on somebody else's issue, we still experience healing benefits. And that's kind of a very powerful kind of aspect of EFT, even though this is on the phone and we're, thousands of miles apart from each other. All right, so what we're going to do, it's kind of a one-size-fits-all, and I'm going to sort of coach you all through the EFT basic recipe, but I'm going to allow like blanks, so you guys are going to fill in the blanks, all right? Now, also, feel free to modify what I'm saying in order to fit your particular issue, okay? So, you may want to, if I'm saying anxiety, fear, and depression, you could also say anger, okay, and rage or something like that, okay? Or vice versa, okay? But what I'm going to try and do is make sure everybody gets a little bit of what they're working on tonight, all right? And there are going to be also a couple of things. I will also say in my, which means if you feel the anger or you feel the depression or you feel the anxiety, if you feel it in your body, anywhere specific in your body, just say in my chest, stomach, or whatever. However, if you're not quite sure where you feel it, which does happen, just say in my body, okay? All right, so now what we're going to do is I'll coach you guys through basic recipe, all right? And what we're going to do is just repeat after me. It's kind of like Simon Says. And I want you all to start rubbing your sore spot or tapping on your karate chop and repeat after me. Even though I have all this anger and sadness and depression.
Even though I have all this anger, depression, and sadness.
Okay. And my number is?
Where is the 10?
Okay. And I feel it in my?
Feel it in my chest.
Okay. I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
Deeply and completely.
Love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
Excellent. Very good. So even though I have all this anger, sadness, and depression in my?
Even though I have all this.
Okay. I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
Deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
Excellent. Very good. So even though I have all this anger, sadness, and depression in my?
Even though I have anger in my chest.
Okay, very good. I choose to heal, release, and let go.
Choose to heal, release, and let go.
All anger, sadness, and depression in my?
All anger, sadness, and depression.
Okay. And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
Love, accept, and forgive myself anyway.
Very good. Excellent. Let's go to the top of the head. All anger, sadness, and depression in my? Okay, very good. Eyebrow. All anger, sadness, and depression in my?
All anger, sadness, and depression in my chest.
Okay, very good. Side of the eye. All anger, sadness, and depression in my? Okay, very good. Under the eye. All anger, sadness, and depression in my?
All anger, sadness, and depression in my chest.
Okay, under the nose. All anger, sadness, and depression in my?
All anger, sadness, and depression in my chest.
Under the mouth. All anger, sadness, and depression in my?
All anger, sadness, and depression in my chest.
Okay, collarbone. All anger, sadness, and depression in my? Okay, under the arm. All anger, sadness, and depression in my?
All anger, sadness, and depression in my chest.
Okay, karate chop. So even though I have all this anger, sadness, and depression in my?
So even though I have anger, sadness, and depression, and my chest.
I choose to heal, release, and let go
Heal, release, and let go.
all anger, sadness, and depression in my,
All anger, sadness, and depression.
and I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway. Okay, very good. Let's go to the top of the head. I choose to heal, release, and let go
Choose to heal, release, and let go.
all anger, sadness, and depression in my. Okay, eyebrow. I deserve to heal, release, and let go
Heal, release, and
all anger, sadness, and depression in my.
All anger, sadness, and depression in my.
Okay, side of the eye. I give myself permission to heal, release, and let go all anger, sadness, and depression in my.
All anger, sadness, and depression in my.
Under the eye, I am willing to heal, release, and let go
I am willing to heal, release, and let go.
all anger, sadness, and depression in my.
All anger, sadness, and depression.
Okay, under the nose, it's safe for me to heal, release, and let go
Release and let go.
all anger, sadness, and depression in my.
All anger, sadness, and depression in my chest.
Under the mouth, I have the power to heal, release, and let go
I have the power to heal, release, and let go.
all anger, sadness, and depression in my.
All anger, sadness, and depression in my chest.
Collarbone, I like the way it feels when I heal, release, and let go
I like the way it feels.
all anger, sadness, and depression in my.
All anger, sadness, and depression.
Okay, under the arm, it's easy for me to heal, release, and let go
It's easy for me to heal, release, and let go.
all anger, sadness, and depression in my.
All anger, sadness, and depression in my chest.
Karate chop. So even though I have all this anger, sadness, and depression in my.
So even though I have all this anger, sadness, and depression in my chest.
Today, right now, I set a firm intention
Today, right now, I set a firm intention
to heal, release, and let go
heal, release, and let go.
all anger, sadness, and depression in my.
all anger, sadness, and depression.
And I deeply